Right, the Cavalier is still quite problematic in some respects. There's two little problems. One is that there is a little bit of a judder under load, so when the engine is under kind of quite low revs but you accelerate, it sort of shakes and vibrates a bit as you pull away. It's not very clean in its power delivery. So an example would be like if you've changed to third a little bit too soon, say, or you've slowed down in third gear and you're doing about 20 miles an hour and then you speed up again, it really is quite unhappy, and it shouldn't be like that. It wasn't like that actually when I first got the car, interestingly. Anyway, that's one thing, and the other thing is there is an issue where sometimes I come to a stop and the idle speed is raised up to like 2,000 or 2,500 RPM or something like that, and that's really not good at all. It happened to me when I was on a queue on a big busy dual carriageway the other day, and it cut out because it was too rich and it was really not very good. I was quite stressed. So I'm thinking that what's happening is that the automatic choke is slightly failing and the cam that holds back has fallen down, and then the kind of the stop screw isn't going all the way home. It's hitting the automatic choke cam. So I've decided I'm going to do a manual choke conversion to this car. It means that I can control it so much better. I bought a kit. There were lots of aftermarket kits available in the late 80s or mid to late 80s for these cars, because the automatic chokes are renowned for being problematic. I like originality, you know me, but I am not happy with a situation where my car just randomly decides to raise its revs when I come to a stop. That's really very stressful. So got to take the air filter off, carb off, and then fit the manual choke kit. I'm not going to video me doing all of it because I mean the instructions are on the kit and they're all different for each carburettor, but see how I get on, and I'll catch you up when I do bits and pieces of it, I'm sure. Right, the carburettor is out of the car. There it is. It is all clean and new and shiny and everything, by the way, because I have taken it off and rebuilt it with a rebuild kit and cleaned it all in the ultrasonic cleaner a little while ago. So yeah, this is a fairly minor operation. However, I have discovered that underneath the carburettor, the gasket, the paper gasket that came with the new kit, it's soaking wet with fuel. Like, it really strongly smells of fuel. So that might be where some of my acceleration judder is coming from, because if fuel's leaking into there, it must be a bit of an air leak, so maybe it's not tight enough, the carburettor. So I don't know why it won't focus. Anyway, I might cut a new gasket out of gasket paper I have, and see if that's any better. I've never taken so long to do something so allegedly so simple. Currently really struggling with getting the choke cable in place, in the right place, where I want to mount it, which is there where choke's supposed to go in the Cavalier. The angle is a little bit too steep, and so the choke fouls against a bit of the dashboard, so I'm trying to reduce that angle a little bit, make it a bit flatter, but yeah, that's not fun. Particularly when it's raining. I have managed to get the cable through the speedometer cable grommet, but I'm going to have to pull it back through again and rethink how I'm fitting it. So take 47 or so. I did make a little discovery about this carburettor. So when you were pressing the accelerator linkage like that, this front one here, which is the front accelerator flap, which is like a secondary venturi, was really stiff closing. It was like not snapping back properly. And I realised at the other end of the spindle, it was fouling against this earth wire here, because the earth wire was touching it too much. And that was making it really rough. So I do wonder whether that had anything to do with my judder, because it felt like the accelerator action just wasn't completely smooth. And that might be what it was, that it was just rubbing up against that wire. I hope so. I mean, I might be completely wrong, but at least it's not an issue right now anyway. Well, I am a slightly broken man, but it is all in place. You can see the new choke cable going all around to the new manual choke setup and linkage there. So let's go for a start, shall we? Let's pull the choke out and lock it in place, because it's on a spring. and give it a start. Well, it's idling. It's not quite up to temperature, but it works and I can control it myself. It's exciting, isn't it? It does seem to be smoother and easier than the automatic choke in terms of, you know, I get to choose when I put the choke in, when I feel it is necessary. So I'll chalk that as a win for now, I think. And I'm absolutely exhausted. That took hours and hours and hours. The instructions that came with the choke kit were terrible, kind of assuming that you'd done it before essentially and that you knew what they were talking about, and I had to do it 2 or 3 times to actually work out what earth they were on about. Trying to route the blooming choke cable and then attach it properly to the hole here, it kept fouling against the bit of dash because you have to turn it, you see. This is one of those chokes that locks, because if you pull it out it'll just go back in again. So it's one of those chokes that locks. Oh my days, that was so difficult. I still haven't 100% tightened the nut that's behind here as best as I can, because I just can't get a spanner or anything up there to get out the nut to tighten it. So anyway, that's as good as I can do for now. Yeah, my car's looking a little bit worse for wear with bits of interior everywhere, but I'll put it back together again. Maybe not today because it's raining and I am really fed up, but I am quite pleased that that is now running very nicely. I'm also really hoping that, having found that little bit of fouling spindle on the electrical connector, that was the cause of my kind of roughness on acceleration. Let's hope. Anyway, I'll take it out for a test drive tomorrow, I think, when it's not raining, because in case it all goes wrong, I really don't want to be dealing with it in the rain and I'm knackered. I'm going to go and have a glass of wine. Goodbye. Well, here I am on the road in the Cavalier. Sorry the top of my head's chopped off. I haven't quite placed this camera in the right place, but anyway, it'll do for now. So, has my changes to the carburettor made a difference? Well, I'm very pleased to say yes, it really has. First of all, being able to start it with a manual choke means that I can control it so much more. I haven't quite set it up absolutely perfectly. I need a little bit more tweaking on the kit, where you kind of exactly put the arms on it. So when you start it, it seems to be very happy, and then you put the choke in very slightly and it stalls. So yeah, might just need a little bit of tweaking. But otherwise it does start fine. What that means also is that when I'm then kind of, the car's still warming up, I can control the choke myself. So when I'm in traffic, I can just give it that little bit more richness that it might just ask for, whereas the automatic choke wouldn't do that. In terms of the jerkiness and judderiness, yeah, that is definitely gone, although there is still a little bit of jerkiness that's happening. Like, it was just literally just there as I was saying. It's nothing as bad as it was before. I don't know what that is. That feels different. So what I was feeling before felt like the throttle was being inhibited, and I think it was that electrical connector. Now I think it's something to do with the power delivery. It might be something to do with the drivetrain. I don't know. Just a small vibration. I'm not particularly concerned. It doesn't feel like the car's going to cut out. It's fine. I think it might just be a case of getting used to how it delivers its power. Anyway, ultimately it works. It's so much better, and I'm very happy with it. So I'm able to actually enjoy it and drive it. So yesterday I took it for a little road test to Biggleswade, which is about 45 minutes away from me, and it performed faultlessly, really. It was really nice and smooth. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, it's a good one, I think. Anyway, that's it for this video. It's just a short one on trying to improve the carburettor, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.